Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Renzo Brontes and I'm a Peer Advisor Coordinator, and I'm going to be the one providing you a campus tour for today. So for now, let's start by heading over to Graham University Center, or GC. Alright, so here we are in the Graham University Center, or GC, and I'd like to consider this the central hub of FIU, mainly because there's always excitement, there's always people here, and there's always programs going on. So real quick, we're going to run through the first floor. There's a couple of important offices that you should take a look at, including the Orientation and Commuter Student Services Office, the Panther Card Office, Panther Dining, and a couple more. In addition, there's a lot of dining options, including Burger King, Subway, Chili's, Sushi Maki, and a whole bunch that you guys should visit. There's a few services offered here also in GC. It's Toshiba Copy Center, Dry Cleaning, Wave Spa, and Santi's, which is a nail and hair salon. So now let's head over to the second floor. So this is the second and third floor of GC. If you're planning on getting involved, there's a few offices you should visit here, including the Campus Life Office, the Center for Leadership and Service, and the Multicultural Programs and Services. If you're having any problems with your career, trying to figure it out, if you need help with resumes, you can visit the Career Services Office as well. It's a free service to the students. In addition, on the third floor, there's the International Student and Scholar Services Office, and we have the Student Conduct and Conflict Resolution Office, as well as the Multi-Faith Council. Now, before we leave GC, let's make sure we head over to the FIU bookstore. Alright, so welcome to the FIU bookstore. Here you're going to find all the books you're going to need for your classes, plus any other books you may want to read on your own leisure time, as it's a full-service Barnes & Nobles. On the second floor of the bookstore, you will find open areas to sit and study to work in groups. And there's also a Starbucks cafe if you want to catch something to eat. As you're leaving GC, you're going to find one of FIU's many traditions, the FIU seal. The story behind that is, basically the people who were working on FIU back in the day, when they were engraving the seal, they were saying jokingly like, what if there was a curse put on the FIU seal and if a student stepped on it, they wouldn't graduate? Little did they know, a couple years later, there was a student who really didn't have respect for the FIU seal, and he ended up stepping on it all the time, didn't really mind it. He wanted to graduate in 3 years, that was his plan in life. Now he's actually ended up graduating in 9 years. So moral of the story is, when you're leaving or entering GC, be careful not to step on the FIU seal, or you're going to end up like that student. FIU has 5 parking garages: Blue, Gold, Red, Panther, and PG5 Market Station. You're going to need your decal if you plan on parking anywhere on campus. To get your decal, you need to visit the Parking and Transportation Office, or you can order it online. Make sure to park in only student spaces, not those reserved for faculty and staff or admin. Otherwise, you're going to get a ticket. If you're into sports, make sure to check out FIU football, basketball, baseball, and soccer. On the west side of campus, you're going to find the FIU football stadium, or the Cage, the Golden Panther Arena, FIU baseball field, and the soccer field. If you're thinking about living on campus, there's a few residence halls to choose from here at FIU, including Lakeview North, Lakeview South, Everglades, Panther Hall, University Park Towers, and University Park Apartments. There's also the housing quad to talk about, but it's not some place to live in. It's actually the area that lies in between the residence halls, and it's a frequent location for campus events. Here you're going to find the Panther Hall pool and sand volleyball courts, which are open to all FIU students. In addition, underneath the University Park Towers, we have the Breezeway Cafe, which is housing students' version of 7-Eleven. To find out more about housing, you can visit the first floor of University Park Towers. Something really important to know about here at FIU is public safety. If you ever need a police assistance, you can reach them by calling 305-348-2626 or 305-348-5911. Now you're thinking, how am I going to memorize these numbers? Well, one good thing about our campus is that the numbers are pretty much all the same except for the last 4 digits. So 305 is for Miami-Dade, 348 is FIU, and the last 4 digits are the only thing you have to memorize. So 2626 and 5911. There's also 24-hour police who are constantly patrolling the campus, and you can find the Public Safety Office in PG5 Market Station. So now we're in the University Health Services Complex. The Healthcare Center on the first floor provides primary care to registered FIU students, so you need to be registered for that semester to take advantage of those services. Some of these free services include routine care for illnesses, physical exams, consultations, and much more. There's a pharmacy and a wellness center as well. The Wellness Center provides health education, free HIV testing, and fitness and nutrition assessments. In this complex, you can also find the Victim Advocacy Center and counseling and psychological services. So now let's head over to the Campus Recreation Center. Alright, if you're trying to find somewhere to work out, you're in luck, because here at FIU we have our own fully equipped fitness facility known as the Recreation Center. On the first floor, you're going to find 2 courts for intramural and recreational sports such as basketball, volleyball, and badminton. There's also a large section dedicated just to free weights, and a large men's and women's locker room. If you go upstairs, you're going to find resistance machines and cardio equipment. There's also 2 multi-purpose group fitness rooms with over 30 classes each week. These classes are free with your Panther ID, and some of them include Zumba, Hip Hop, Pilates, Yoga, Ultimate Core, Spinning, just to name a few. Your ID is also going to give you access to the Tamiami Park pool. You are now in the Rafael Diaz Balart Law Building, or RDB. This is FIU's College of Law building. It has 2 full courtrooms which is used to host mock trials. Here, students get the chance to play different roles in a courtroom. This building also has its own library, just for law students. FIU consistently has a high passing rate for those taking the bar exam. Both the Ryder Business Building and the College of Business Complex, abbreviated RB and CBC respectively, house in its entirety the College of Business Administration, including all the different departments and programs. As largest of FIU's professional schools, they enroll about 6,000 undergraduate students and more than 1,000 graduate students annually. For the students to relax, grab a bite to eat, and study, they have a small cafe within the College of Business Complex with a Java City coffee shop. Right behind the Ryder Business Building, you're going to find a pond that is shaped like a heart. Back in 1972, when FIU opened, students began sitting along the pond with their significant others. As time passed, more and more couples began to visit the pond, and it soon became known as the Kissing Pond because of its heart shape. The legend of the pond and bridge say that couples who kiss on the bridge will be together for life. So if you're not ready to make that lifetime commitment, make sure to stay away from this kissing bridge and to not kiss your significant other, or you might be subject to that legend. This building's name may be a mouthful, unless you speak French. Deuxième Maison, most commonly known as DM, means second house in French. On the first floor, there are several classrooms and a theater, sometimes used for student performances. From the second floor all the way up to the 4th, there are tons of academic departments, from psychology to mathematics. In addition, the Honors College is located on the 2nd floor, so any questions on the Honors program can be answered there. Right by DM, or Deuxième Maison, like I mentioned earlier, you will find Marty's Cube. Years ago, a group of chemistry students sat underneath the cube to study for the finals. Just for fun, they decided to spin the cube. 2 weeks later, they all earned perfect scores on their finals. The next semester, they spun the cube and once again got perfect scores. The following semester, they decided to test their fate and not spin the cube. Not only did they fail the exam, but they all had to retake the class. You can see this tradition in action during the last week of finals, when students will leave the library late at night just to spin the cube for good luck. Primera Casa, or abbreviated PC, was FIU's first building, and because so, it was also named after FIU's first president, Charles E. Perry. There are several important offices and administrative offices within this building, so it's important to know what offices are inside. On the first floor, one can find the admissions, registrars, cashiers, bursars, and financial aid offices. The second floor holds the Academic Advising Center for Lower Division Undergraduate Advising, the Division of Graduate Studies, Human Resources, and for those transfer students, the Transfer and Transition Services Office, where any transfer credits may be evaluated. On the 3rd and 4th floors, there are classrooms, and on the 4th floor specifically, there are computer labs. The 5th floor holds administrative offices for the university. Right now, you guys are looking at the Stephen and Dorothea Green Library, or GL. This 8-story monster of a library is one of the largest academic libraries in southeastern United States. It accommodates about 2,000 students with over 1.1 million volumes with access to other items in other state universities in case you need them. If you're in need of tutoring or testing for any credits, the Center for Academic Success can be found on the 1st floor alongside the Starbucks. Classrooms can be found throughout all the different floors of the libraries. Laptops and study rooms can be rented on the 2nd floor for free with your Panther card. For those looking for a quieter environment for you to study, there are quiet study spaces located on the 6th and 7th floors. And here we have the Viertes House building, abbreviated VH. So you may be wondering what Viertes House means. It's actually 4th house in German. It contains a bunch of classrooms from different subjects, a theater, and a space for visual arts courses. The Engineering and Computer Sciences, or ECS building, is across the lake behind the Green Library. It contains classrooms that are used for a variety of classes with computer labs and offices for several academic departments, including the College of Arts and Sciences Dean's Office. Although this is known as the Engineering and Computer Sciences building, the engineering departments are held in the Engineering Center, which is off campus right down the street from FIU. A shuttle is available for students on campus to take them back and forth between these two buildings. OA Ihan, abbreviated OE, is FIU's third academic building built on campus. The name actually means third house in Swahili, and students are probably going to have a class in this building someday. It is home for the Department of Biological Sciences. There's advising for biology students, as well as for those students who may be aspiring to go to medical school after they get their bachelor's degree. We are now in the Chemistry and Physics building, or CP, not to be confused with PC, Primera Casa. Like the name suggests, this building houses the Chemistry and Physics departments. It has several classrooms that are used for a variety of classes, tons of research laboratories, and an observatory used for astronomy. This is FIU's Nursing and Health Sciences building. This building has state-of-the-art interactive skill labs, large computer suites, specialized training rooms, evaluation and study areas, and large lecture rooms. Here you can find all the departments for the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. On the third floor, you can find the all-new Sim Center. This is used to simulate patient care and treatment. Also in this building, you can find Miami's first ever green roof. This is part of FIU's commitment to being a green university. Lastly, if you're in this building and looking for a snack, check out the Pod Mini Mart on the first floor. This is the Health and Life Sciences Complex, HLS-1 and HLS-2. If you want to know the difference between the two buildings, HLS-2 is the one with the changing color tiles. Here you can find the Robert Stemple College of Public Health and Social Work. If you ever have a class in these buildings, here's a little tip. Classrooms from 1 to 49 are in HLS-1, and then classrooms from 50 to 99 are found in HLS-2. Alright guys, so we've come to the end of our virtual campus tour. I just want to say thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed it. Congratulations and welcome to FIU.